Hi everybody, thank you so much for joining me. I'm a big fan of yoga and I find it very helpful, some of the asanas for my tango. So I decided to do a few clips to support our dancing. And one of the topics that I think is most important is the strength of our core, the center of our body. It helps with balance, it gives us security, and we should dive into it. So first thing we want to do is always a nice warm-up, and the warm-up that we all know is a cat-cow that helps us a lot. What does it mean? I have my palms, knees and feet on the floor, and I round up my spine and then I curve it. So I'm facing you now, but I'm going to face the other direction. I'm curving and opening my chest. Using the breath is very important, so remember to inhale and exhale every movement. Inhaling and exhaling. Very nice. Let's move forward and back. I want us to warm up a little bit our knuckles, so our wrists, so let's go from one side, let's roll to the other side, open it a little bit, breathe, down and up, let's roll and open, okay, let's place our palms towards the sides and roll from one side to the other to warm up the wrist a little bit more. The same goes towards us. If it's too much, do the one before that we did before, the normal one, and just go a little bit back and forth. Back to the center. Place my toes, so we're going to stretch also our feet. The other side. Okay, very nice. Let's roll the shoulders a little bit. And forward. And go to our downward facing dog. I always recommend to bend the legs slightly, so the stretch will be most for our back. We can stretch it, but if it happens that you're stretching it and then curving, it's not really helping the main purpose of the downward facing dog, which is to stretch your back. I pull my belly button in and up. Take 3 more breaths. Now we're going to roll forward towards our plank. Plank pose helps a lot to build the core. So I'm placing my palms underneath my shoulders. If you're experiencing this, it means that you're too far away with your feet. So step a little bit closer. Make sure that your shoulders are on top of your feet. And go back to your downward facing dog. Rolling forward like a wave. And bending the legs. Going back to downward facing dog. Rolling forward one more time. Now going Forward towards the toes and back. Forward and back. I'm trying to keep my energy in my back, so I'm not dropping, I'm holding. Creating space, I will show you here. Creating space between my shoulder blades. Instead of crashing inside, I create space while pushing. Okay? I'm going back to my plank. Toward my down facing dog, and now we're going to lift one leg up. We can roll the toes. Open a little bit the hip and go back. Open the hip and go back. Let's do the other side. Toes. Opening the hip. When I open the hip, I try to keep both shoulders towards my mat. I'm not really opening the shoulders. And going back. Let's place our knees. Roll. Breathe. And towards the center. Up. Center. Roll a little bit if you're feeling your wrists. We're going to go to a different plank position, placing the forearms on the mat. Going back and holding the same guidelines here. We're trying not to fall inside, but hold the center of our back. Create space between your shoulder blades. And breathe. And breathe, relaxing. We can take a child's pose. Make sure that you have space for the center of your body so the knees are apart. If this is too much, we can always place our palms here. Good, let's roll up. Let's go back to our plank pose. Downward facing dog, we're going to lift one leg and then go towards the center. I'm trying to go towards my head and then back. Head and then back. Now diagonal. Diagonal and back. Diagonal and back. Center, changing feet. And center and stretching the leg. Center and stretching. Diagonal, going back. Diagonal and going back. Placing the foot on the floor. Knees, relaxing. Good. Let's add something small after that sequence. Let's go back to our downward facing dog. We do 2. 1, 2. Remember to continue breathing. And then 2 diagonal. 2 diagonal. Downward facing dog. Rolling to plank. Knees on the mat. Elbows stay close to you, chin and chest, sliding, opening a little bit, upward facing dog, and exhaling, going back to our downward facing dog, inhaling, lifting the other leg up, towards the center, 2 diagonals, breathing, placing the foot on the floor, rolling into plank, knees on the floor, chest and chin, Remember, the elbows are not open, they're close to your body. Sliding, opening, back to the mat, and rolling to our downward facing dog. Maybe now it's easier to stretch the legs, or maybe we're still bending them. Both are fine. Here, make sure that you're rolling the shoulders so the inside part of your elbows are facing one another. Let's add one more thing. Going up, center. After that, diagonal. And now towards the outside part of one left hand. So we have center, diagonal, and the other hand. Placing the feet, rolling. You can do the same like we did before with the knees or chaturanga. Sliding open in the chest. And back. Let's take a small break. So it's very important when you're doing the chaturanga not to let the elbows open to the outside. I keep my elbows like this while I do the chaturanga. And then I flip my toes, so the only thing that is touching when I do the upward facing dog is my outside part of the foot and also my palms. The pelvis is not touching the floor. I will demonstrate only that part. So from here, from the plank, I go a little bit forward, I lower a small amount, and then I flip my toes, and you can see I'm not touching with the pelvis or the thighs. And then from there, downward facing dog. Let's do the other side. Okay, so we have up, center, diagonal, the other hand, center, diagonal, the other hand. Going back towards our downward facing dog, rolling forward. From there, chaturanga, and rolling back. Very nice. Let's place our knees together. Good. Remember that each time after we do a yoga session, it's nice to finish with a nice relaxation part. So let yourself go. Slide on the mat, close your eyes, and relax for a few seconds. Take some long, deep breaths, so it will help you continue your day in a nice way. Thank you very much for joining me. Continue doing your core exercise, and please join me for my other videos. Thank you, bye-bye.